Hello students, we are studying OPAMP applications and today we will discuss differential DC amplifier. It is also called a subtractor because it amplifies the difference between the two inputs. We come across several applications in which a transducer converts a physical property into an electrical signal. Some examples of these transducers are such as strain gauge, thermocouples, etc. So let us discuss how to amplify a difference, that is differential DC amplifier using an op-amp. The simple circuit shown here as figure 16.6 can be used to amplify the difference. And we will see that if R2 by R1 is equal to R4 by R3, then the output voltage, that is V0, is equal to R2 by R1 into V2 minus V1. That is, the output voltage is proportional to the difference of the inputs. Also, if source resistances of the voltage sources V1 and V2 are RS1 and RS2, then these resistances add to R1 and R2 respectively. Also note that the signal sources V1 and V2 are each loaded by a 1 kilo ohm resistance. If this resistance is too heavy a load for the transducer, a voltage follower is used as a buffer amplifier for each signal. In other words, the circuit of 16.5 precedes each input in figure 16.6. The resulting circuit will look like this. The input has been replaced by the voltage follower circuits. So let us discuss this circuit in some detail and how to determine the output voltage in this circuit. Let us take a look at this circuit. We can see that current I1 is given by the difference of the voltages, that is voltage drop at R1 divided by R1, that is current I2. Similarly, the current I1 is given by voltage drop across R3 divided by R3, that is V1 minus VA by R3. So in this way we can calculate I1 and I2. Now to determine the value of V output, we shall use superposition principle. In this principle, as you know, we will replace one voltage by ground and use the other voltage to calculate the output voltage, and then vice versa. So let us put first V1 is equal to 0. As you know, in this case it will become an inverting amplifier, so its gain is minus R2 by R1. Therefore we can say VO1, that is output due to this inverting amplifier, is equal to minus R2 by R1 into V2. The next case, put V2 is equal to 0, then in this case it becomes a non-inverting amplifier, and output due to this VO2 is equal to 1 plus R2 by R1 into VA, and VA can be calculated from the circuit by using voltage divider method. VA is equal to R4 divided by R3 plus R4 into V1. So putting this value, we will get this value of VO2, and then adding these VO1 and VO2, we can get the value of V0, that is total output voltage. So let us put these values, and we get minus R2 by R1 into V2 plus 1 plus R2 by R1 into R4 by R3 plus R2 R4 into V1. Then simplifying this and putting the value of R2 by R1 is equal to R4 by R3. We are assuming this condition that the ratio R2 by R1 is equal to R4 by R3. So we are replacing R2 by R1 to R4 by R3 in this expression, and slightly rearranging this, we can see that it is equal to, that is output voltage is equal to minus R4 by R3 V2 plus R4 by R3 V1, that is V0 equal to R4 by R3 into V1 minus V2. In this way we can say that output is proportional to the difference of the inputs. So hence the name differential amplifier or subtractor. A differential amplifier is often used to amplify the output from a transducer bridge, as shown on figure 16-7. Normally the bridge is balanced, that is the four arms of the bridge have equal resistance R. However, one of the branches may have a resistance which changes to R plus delta R with temperature or some other physical parameter. That is, one of the arm is having variable resistance, and say it changes from R to R plus delta R. Then we will find out the fractional change delta, that is equal to delta R by R. We will derive this output V0 equal to minus AD into V by 4 into delta divided by 1 plus delta by 2. In this, delta is the fractional change, that is equal to delta R by R, and AD is differential gain as we have earlier studied. So let us see how this output has been derived. The same figure is redrawn. In this circuit we can see that it is an open loop op-amp amplifier, so it will amplify the difference, because in this mode it is a differential amplifier and its output is equal given by AD into V2 minus V1. Now we will see and calculate this V1 and V2. From this circuit we can see, using voltage divider method, that V1 is equal to R by R plus R into V, that is R by 2R into V. So we can say V1 is equal to V by 2. Similarly, using voltage divider method for V2, V2 equal to R divided by R plus delta R into V, that is R divided by 2R plus delta R multiplied by V. Here we have used potential divider circuit. As we can see the circuit is redrawn on the right side, where we can see, as I have told you several times, that when we travel from a given voltage V through a circuit to ground, such as C in this circuit. So let us first travel from V, that is point A, through point B to point C. This becomes a complete loop and we can apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. So V1 becomes V1 is equal to R by R plus R into V. Similarly, if we travel from V through D to point C, then this is also a complete loop and we can apply the same formula. So V2 is equal to R divided by R plus dr delta R into V. In this way we can calculate the value of V1 and V2, and then we shall put these values into the required equation. And simplifying V1 and V2, V1 can be simplified as V by 2 and V2 can be simplified as V divided by 2 plus delta, where delta is given by delta R by R. So let us put this value into the equation. V0 equal to AD into V2 minus V1. V2 is replaced by V by 2 plus delta and V1 by V by 2. So putting these values and rearranging, we got AD into V into 1 by 2 plus delta minus 1 by 2. Taking the LCM and rearranging and simplifying this, we can get V0 is equal to minus AD by 4 multiplied by V into delta divided by 1 plus delta by 2, which is the required equation we discussed in the beginning. Now if change in R is very small, that is delta R is very less than R, that is delta is much less than 1, then equation 16.6 reduces to V0 equal to minus AD into V into delta by 4. So this is the required output of bridge amplifier. So this is it for this lecture, students.